I adopted my last three Pomeranians from pet shelters and pet rescues rather than purchase them from a pet store because most pet stores get their pet from their puppies from puppy mills. Animal Angels Investigations and Advocacy, an organization that investigates cruelty and abuse of animals, disclosed that 5,479 puppies are born in puppy mills every day. And puppies that are sick, have birth defects, or are just too ugly to sell are often drowned or killed with a hammer blow to the skull. Due to the exploding animal population, homelessness, and abuse of animals, I would like to see stronger legislation ratified in order to protect dogs and to drive irresponsible puppy mill and pet store owners out of business. So, what are puppy mills and how do they operate? Stop Online Puppy Mills describes puppy mills as dog breeding facilities where profit is given priority over the health and well-being of the breeding dogs and puppies. Puppies bought from puppy mills often develop hereditary problems and behavioral issues, shortening their life, causing them pain, and making it harder for them to be adopted later. Not only are a large percentage of the dogs and puppies abused, but according to the ASPCA, many puppy mill breeders will breed any dog who can breed, even if they have potential health hereditary health problems that could be passed on to their puppies just to maximize profits. An article titled The Truth About Puppy Mills explains it like this. Unlike responsible breeders who place the utmost importance on producing the healthiest puppies possible, breeding of puppy mills is performed without consideration of genetic quality, resulting in generations of dogs with unchecked genetic defects. Many of the animals used for breeding are no longer needed when they are no longer useful. And since the lucky ones rescued when they are older are not socialized, people adopting them are taking on a long term project. According to Animal Angels, once female breeders in puppy mills are physically depleted to the point where they are unable to reproduce anymore, they are often killed and disposed of to make room for new female breeders. And the male studs fare no better. Lily was 2 when I adopted her from an animal rescue that had rescued her from a puppy mill, where she was being used as a breeder. And I was told she would be a project because it takes twice as long for a dog to learn how to become a dog as they were in the puppy mill. So she was 2 when I adopted her. It would take 4 years to learn how to become a dog. So, why is this happening? The agency that oversees the commercial dog breeding industry and the standards governing the care of cats and dogs are not effective enough to ensure humane treatment of the animals. The USDA, the agency responsible for overseeing the commercial dog breeding industry, does not effectively enforce the Federal Animal Welfare Act, the AWA. And the Puppy Mill Project found that the AWA standards governing the care of cats and dogs are too minimal. So, as you can see, puppy mills are horrible places that cause animals pain, fear, and misery. But there is hope. There are many organizations that take in abused, unwanted, and abandoned animals, many from puppy mills, and they work very hard to find them forever homes, such as Crossing Paths Animal Rescue, where I adopted Lily from. That's in Alabama. She came up with 85 other dogs. They stopped in 3 states, and the people who adopted them picked them up. I picked her up in Pennsylvania. According to the ASPCA, there are many organizations like them, that where government and enforcement agencies fall short, these agencies are stepping up to investigate cruelty and rescue animals from unimaginable horrors. Animal Angel says that cruelty laws are a low priority for law enforcement, but if they will act if they have evidence, and that is what they are working to accomplish every day. These organizations help animals that are already in these situations, but we need to do more to prevent this from happening. Imagine how these animals feel when, according to Animal Angels, many dogs spend their entire lives from birth to death living in small, crowded wire cages, never feeling the sunshine on their face, feeling the grass beneath their feet, or even breathing a breath of fresh air. I was encouraged to learn that in January 17, California was the first state that passed the Pet Rescue and Adoption Act, which requires that pet stores sell cats, dogs, and rabbits that were rescued or purchased from shelters and not bought from breeders. And on July 21st, 2020, this past summer, New York State passed the New York No Puppy Mill Pipeline Bill. It still isn't final, but if the governor signs the bill, it would prohibit the sale of dogs, cats, and rabbits from pet stores in New York State. Now envision more federal laws that are changed to protect animals so that they're treated more humanely by commercial breeding facilities to limit how many dogs they can breed, how often, and who can only breed dogs without hereditary defects so that healthier puppies are born. Those who do not comply should be fined or stopped. Until states step up and create legislation such as California and New York, there is something you can do to improve these animals' lives. The Animal Society for the Protection of Cruelty to Animals, the ASPCA, is a nonprofit organization that advocates for animals. And the ASPCA works on two key issues: animal homelessness and animal cruelty. These key issues encompass animal rescue, animal protection, which include dogfighting, puppy mills, animal hoarding, horse slaughter, and farm animal welfare, and animal placement, which includes keeping animals in homes and shelter intake and surrender. There is so much you can do without spending any money. Just to take action against puppy mills, please go to www.aspca.org and either sign a petition to strengthen the USDA standards to protect dogs under its oversight, share a puppy mill story to help protect people and puppies, and shine a light on the cruel puppy mill industry. Opt to adopt from the SPCA or other animals or shelters. Don't even consider buying a puppy from a pet store or online. Report animal cruelty. The website gives lots of information on how to recognize animal cruelty and how and where to report it. And finally, you can make a donation to help them accomplish this worthwhile